afternoon, good evening, salutations, everyone. Welcome back to Satisfactory 1.0. Oh, no, it's not. It's Satisfactory 1.1. Yes, that's right. If you look at the top left-hand corner, you'll notice that we are in the experimental experimental build. Yeah, 1.1 dropped, and yeah, it's interesting. Here, let's just go up to the wrong button. Come on. That could have been smoother. Let's just take a little ride here in the first of the updates that we're going to look at in that, well, but experience is the elevator. Yes, we have elevators now, vertical lifts. And frankly, those are pretty freaking cool. That is probably one of the bigger game changers. No more ugly staircases. I mean, I love the new concrete stairs that they put in. There's one set down there. But yeah, this is awesome. This is amazing. This is so easy to freaking use. This goes so freaking high. Yeah, a lot more verticality in our future, I'm thinking, just because we can put them in. Now, to be fair, I mean, I've absolutely used elevators before, but they were always mods, and yeah, I really like using the elevator. This was just kind of slapped on the side here, but yeah, moving into larger factories and stuff, big improvement. Namely, also the fact that it allows you to move power between floors. Hit the right buttons. At the same time, while you're powering your elevator tube, and we'll just go down to this factory floor, so I've already set it up. Yeah, you can actually transfer power from one floor to the other, which is awesome. We can also go in here. Now, where is this setting? There it is. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We could change the music here. Which is kind of, sorry, getting lost in the music. Yeah, we'll leave it on shuffle. Yeah, you can name your floors, you can do all stuff. Now, I really haven't played with much with it. I made sure it was working. I kind of popped into it, set up the elevator, but really haven't done a lot of playing with any of the new update stuff. What else got updated? Well, what else got updated was the one and only mod that I was running is no longer a requirement, and that, if I can find where I have one of those set up, which should be right down here. One more floor. Is that right there? Let's get a flashlight on that. Is wall holes. Yes, we finally have wall holes in Satisfactory by default. Look at that. We could draw. Oh, come on, get it right. It always takes me a few minutes here to get my game groove going. But here we go. We can hit H. Hit H. Yeah, it doesn't seem to respond to nudging. But yeah, we can finally put our hole where we want it, which is awesome. So that means there's going to be a lot of belts kind of poking through walls as I slowly replace them. I've got a few of them. And yeah, that means I am now doing this 100% vanilla. No more mods. Because, yeah, the one and only mod I was working was to have those wall holes because it just makes life so much easier when you're running belts. So many new things in here. Let's take a look in the MAM and see one of the other things that we can unlock here now. Apparently, if I go into the old quartz, so we have the priority merger. We have the radio signal. What do we got here? Yeah, so let's grab this here. So just quick. Oh, have I got enough to do it? No, because it won't pull in. Okay, so I'm just going to go grab some plates over here. Now that I've got everything, of course, I can do all my crystal oscillators that I want, so we'll make sure we got a goodly supply. We'll go over to our priority mergers, and we have things like priority splitters. Let's see, we can get that unlocked. Start our research. And done. So, yeah, we got some new splitters. So if we look in our logistics here, conveyor, priority merger, conveyor splitter. We got the smart splitter. We got the conveyor counter, which is awesome. If we grab ourselves an elevator here and we just kind of drop that up. Now, again, I've never played with this yet. So we're going to see what happens, but let's see. We'll go to our splitters. Look at that. We have splitters, and we have mergers, and we have all of the good stuff here that we can now attach to lifts. And not sure where that... I'm going to have to kind of rethink a lot of my kind of planning to utilize that, but... yeah, lots of that stuff. There are so many new things that got unlocked in here. If we look in the awesome shop, I've already gone through and bought some of them, so we can see we got the conveyor wall hole. We got nothing in there. What do we got in the foundations, walls? Architectures, where a lot of new stuff was. Personal elevator. We got a bunch of new beam stuff. We got structural cable beams. We got beam expanded. So H-beams. We got good old structural beams. So we got all that kind of fun stuff. We got ventilations. So we got fancy new fans here, which I've got set up over there. You can see. So we got all of that cool stuff, or good stuff, over there. What else have we got going in here? Anything in the sulfur I care about? Not particularly. I should probably expand that. I've got to really go through my MAM here and just kind of get everything done. So what do we got? That's shatter rebar, synthetic power slugs, not really caring about. But in the quartz here, again, where is some of my priority merger? Radio technology, radio signal scanner. Can you not be there? Spore. What do we got in alien technology? Not really much. Deuterium. There we go. That's something I want to grab. I can get this set up now. So I'm going to add this to the list while I'm here. Yeah, there's just a crap ton of stuff. Hey, boys. That have been added in. And it's going to take us a while to discover. And yeah, like, oh, yeah. Some things like, let's see, if we go into our railroad section. Again, all of this for me is just discovering, oh, this is back. You can aim it again. Look at this. We can aim our railroads. And that's really, really important because you can now do this. You don't have to do that stupid little straight line thing. You can actually go straight into a curve. Look at that. Buffer stop. That's a new thing. I didn't actually mean to go there. What I wanted to do was test the new curve functions, if there are any. So again, I'm going to line up my rail here. If I come back to here, let's just say, and I hit R. Yeah, see, that's not doing anything yet, but yeah, that's a big one. Blueprint snapping. So many new things. You saw we have bumper stops for when you know, keeping you from driving off your trains. Now, the trains will not, if they're an automatic, not drive off, but you can certainly drive one off. No more. Now we can actually drop in a bumper stop and go from there. Oh, good lord. And go from there. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? New belt modes. Let's see what we got in the belt modes. 5. So we'll grab a belt here. So we'll point it going this way. We have the straight mode. We now have the curve mode. And what the curve mode allows us to do is to make some nice curves. So if we put that like that, and again, we'll just pop up to the ceiling, oops, so we can see it. Look at that beautiful long curve that we can make. So lots of cool things that we're going to kind of, as we go along, discover and play with. It is a little bit overwhelming. Okay, meanwhile, I'm going to go get my AI limiters. So now that I'm, again, making all this stuff here, I can finally clear up the old programmable splitters. We got our heavy module. Oh my god, it's full already. Nice. I'm liking that. I'm liking it a lot. AI limiters, look at these guys. They're all full. Computers, all full. Yeah, things are moving. Things are doing good. Things are happening. So yeah, finally feeling like I'm getting on top of stuff. Let's get into our MAM here. Let's get into our Caterium, I think it was. Yep, there we go. We can grab the old programmable splitter. Or, yeah, programmable splitter. Do I care about the switches yet?
Programmable splitter unlocked. This upgrade to the smart splitter provides additional options to improve conveyor belt logistics.
Yeah, so I'm not really super... For the completionist aspect, I'll probably do it, but I'm not really using the power switches here because, you know, I monitor my power. If I start running out of power, that's something I've done wrong. Speaking of which, how's the man doing? 2 tickets, but then that's because I went on a bit of a prying spree. Still got 30 tickets on me. Let's put those away. How are we doing on our power? Yeah, so we still... Our production and max consumption's getting a little high, so we're probably going to have to do a diversion and go set up for getting another power plant in there, but then that's a, you know, I don't even have to drill a new well. I just have to tap into the existing well. On the front of hypertubes, we got some new hypertube stuff, which means I'm going to probably need to rework, which I want to do anyway, kind of how I've got my hypertubes coming into... Let's actually see if I can perch up here. Come on, up we go. Yeah. Seriously, come on. Get in. How this comes in, I don't like the fact that I got it ducking out. I saw some better ideas for getting it above the tracks. But in the aspect of having hypertube, what else we got in here? We've got new branches and new hypertube junctions, which allow you to change direction on the fly. Which is going to rework some of the stuff that I have going in for my roundabouts and having hypertube. No more having to exit if I don't want to. I can just continue on. So, you know, if I want to go have one, say, right here. Yeah, we can aim in. There we go. So if I put one right there, like that, I can take this tube. Honestly, this is the first time I've ever tried this, so bear with me. I can then take the tube, give it a new shape, which has also got a new build mode of curve, which is awesome. So it's like Noodle Plus. In fact, I'm going to leave it on curve, so we can go into that one. We can go into that one, and then we can go into that one. So depending on which direction I want to go. So if we go back to our entrance over here. La, la, la. And in we go. Now, how do we do this? Gonna come out there. Let's see if I can get myself to go back. How the hell do I do this? Is it left, right? Is it an arrow key? So if I go... Yeah, there we go. So I can push myself off in that direction. So I'm using my left and right keys. So that's my A and my D. If I just kind of like on the trains, so you can change direction here. Register. Come on. How does this work? I'm just going to keep going through slowly until I figure it out. Alright. How you doing that? How do I go in my direction? I don't know how to change direction. Okay, I'm going to exit out of the tunnel here, or the tube. Because you do not want to go all the way back. No, I don't. Alright, let's see if there's something I'm missing here. Transport. How does this actually work? How do you change direction, man? Do I have to hold the button? No, see, I'm holding my C button. Yeah, that's not... Do what I want you to do. Change direction. Oh, there it was. Ooh, 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 ooh. I think I figured it out. It's E and Q. Yeah, so I hit E. If I hit Q, oh, he's already said, you know. Yeah, so you can see there. I guess I got to do it soon enough, but yeah, there we go. So it's E and Q that allows me to change direction. All right, so that's all right. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Yeah, it's going to take a while again. Figuring it's like this is some pretty gnarly stuff that we're getting updates on. So it's going to take a lot of time. Like, for example, we can now snap blueprints. Ooh, let's get rid of the messy thing here. So I'm just going to clear out that blueprint. So yeah, that's a blueprint that I did a off camera from last week here. So if we load up our blueprints, we go into our buildings. It's actually still in my undefined. Empty building 5x5. There we go. Empty building 5x5. It's just a large building that I can bring whatever into, so it's just like an empty building here. Which is something we're going to utilize today for getting... Oh yeah, clear blueprinter. For getting our manufacturing rooms in for our modular engines and adaptive control units. Okay, yeah, just there. It was a big update. So yeah, I am in a backup save kind of thing. You know, just because whenever you're flipping between stable release and experimental release, they also recommend making sure you have a backup. So I am in fact using a backup file, but I will be continuing on with this. April 1st, so it was Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Was that the 1st? Let me just check my calendar here. Yep, that was the 1st. So, you know, not an April Fool's. It was, in fact, the truth that they dropped the update down. So if you haven't gotten your experimental re-energized, I recommend doing so because, yeah, just some cool things. Honestly, the elevator, the wall hole, and I would have been happy. All of the new stuff is just bonus. All right, let's take a quick run back down to where we were working. No exiting, no running around. That is so lovely. Oof. The leg. Again, we are in experimental, so I am expecting some performance issues. All right, so we got some stuff going down here. We already got our Caterium and we got our quick wire set up. This should be quick wire coming in here. Yep, there we go. So you can see we're getting our quick wire. So that's all ready to go. So yeah, we can just start expanding here. So let's have a quick boo at our plan. So in the old plan here, what we're going to be needing is we're going to be making 2.5 modular engines. It's a weird value. Why am I not making 2? I think it's because if I'm moving into the adaptive, like the next tier up, so the assembly director systems, believe that's going to need some modular. Yeah, see, no, that's modular frame. I need them for something. They go into something. They belong to something. There was a reason for it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to run with it and set up 2.5, and I'll just, you know, overclock 1. I've got the adaptive control units, so you can see I've already got the quick wire set up. I'm going to bring ship in the rubber. So yeah, we could get started on that today. Okay, let's have a look here. So we got our steel ingot receiving. That's coming in from down there, or will be. Future rail expansion. So we got our... We can actually move that sign in. Oh! Speaking of which... Whoops. Jeez, I got it. This is an OSHA violation site everywhere. I got to get railings up. Speaking of signs, so if we do a copy now of a sign and we paste it in, it copies everything. It copies everything. No more cut, Control-C, Control-V. No more trying to jump up, putting in lights and stuff. Yes! That is such a cool new expansion that makes life so much easier. And not only does it work on signs, but you can now make it work on buildings, your factories, your constructors. You copy and paste, it copies and pastes the whole thing. Essentially now most of the smart mod has now been incorporated in. And that's one of the things I love about Coffee Stain. Or really appreciate, you know, I love you, Coffee Stain. Really appreciate about Coffee Stain is that they listen to the community. They look at what mods are the most popular, and they incorporate them. Some of the best updates have come from the modding community, adding their things in. All right. Yeah, so much going on, man. It's just really kind of hard to think about where to go next. And I think what I'll do here, let's just get some new flooring in. Just again, you know, because I'm working on 4x4 blueprints here, let's just, you know, have a little bit of fill in necessary here. So we'll just fill that in there. Now we can drop in an intersection. So if we do a sample here, switch it over to... Oh yeah, auto connect! Yeah, that's the snapping of... Oh, you're too good to us, Coffee Stain. Let's put in an alleyway here. Oh no, I've got it too far away. Whatever shall I do? It is so far away. Maybe I'll move it up, or maybe I'll move it down, or I could just drag it forever. Oh, look at that. Oh no, I've gone past the 4. Not a problem. We can just keep nudging. Infinite nudging. Infinite nudging. Like, guys, you're spoiling us. So I can nudge that to any old place and boop, there we go. Yeah, it's pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, loving it all. Good job, team. All right. Again, let's just fill these guys in a little bit here. All right, so thinking about where I want to put things, I'm going to keep... Yeah, we're going to put the adaptive control units and the modular engines on this pad here, which means we can grab our new empty building. And let's see, we're put that into place there. Where is the front door? It'll be a nice kind of fancy gate. There's the front door to it. So we'll make sure we're straight. And if we're not, infinite nudge. Yeah, you're overhanging a little bit back here. Like so. Can we still do half nudge? Where do I want that wall? I want that wall. Very important you get these things lined up early. Yeah, I guess that will do. So we'll put one there. I suppose I could just accept the snap. Oh, that is facing the wrong way. Let's get the back wall facing us. And we'll just pull you back by 1. So I'm holding control, and we'll just give it a little half nudge there. There we go. So that brings in 2 lovely empty buildings that we can drop our signage in. Or we can drop our machines in. So I was thinking signage just by putting some billboards up there. Okay, so we got this empty building here. What are we going to fill it with? Well, we're going to start filling it with some machines. Let's get this production line going. Like I said, there's a lot of really cool new stuff that has been added. And we will discover them as we go along. At some point in time, I'm going to want to build a nice big-ass train rail bridge. Which means, yeah, using some of the new beams are just going to make... Now, like... So, decorating and architecture's, you know, not something that comes easy. You know, I don't mind this shape of the building here. You know, I've got a few little kind of things and tricks and stuff like that, but it's very much, you know, I've seen some other people's designs and whatnot, and they're just a heck of a lot more lovely. Let's just leave it at that. Sorry, just gonna look for my... There we go. Nope. 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 Where are you? There you are. Yeah, that has a lot nicer looking things. So, you know, that kind of design feature is not something great. I have no idea where I was going with that. So I'm never going to mind. Just, you know what? Never mind. I have no idea what I was saying and why I was saying it. So I am just going to move on and fill in these falling hazards here. It's like the Empire built this setup over here. The Empire does not believe in safety railings. Okay, so we're gonna get some of their factories in there. We are going to then, so we can ship them out. That's why I put them over here, because, ooh, you know what? Do I want to put them here? Thinking about the future, I am gonna need... They are gonna be subsidiary parts at some point. You know, once I get all of these guys in here, they just go into subsidiary. I'm thinking maybe I should actually push them somewhere else. Product oh, it's scrolls. So that's rubber receiving, that's ingot receiving. And this is our, yeah, so this is where everything's going to get shipped out. Anyway, I'm gonna leave these buildings here, but I'm gonna expand backwards. So yeah, I'm not gonna put the new machines in here. I'm gonna put them probably back here. So first things first, let's get some more street cred in. So we'll get our street in there. We'll grab our foundation service floor here, and we'll just get it to snap into place. And again, snap wherever you want. I can nudge you as far as I can and far as I want to, and I can lift you, and I can move you, and I can groove you. You hold no power over me. I have the power. Alright, nudgy, 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 and I think that should do for now, so we just need to get the building. Maybe we'll just use the default snap for it, just to make my life easy. Missing concrete. Look at that. How am I'm actually running out of concrete. Yeah, I'm actually running out of concrete. My concrete cannot keep up. My concrete can't keep up. Don't know why I started talking like Seinfeld. Yes, I have to tell you who I'm imitating so you know. Otherwise, it's so bad, you'd have no idea. Alright. Oh, yeah, gotta make sure I set the direction here. Not like I have a lot of react time. Hey, I got it right. Yay! Me. Okay, let's go get some concrete. Probably should expand that pocket dimension. What did I need for that expansion? I need computer and black powder, which should be no problemo. So if we pop over to the munitions factory back here, which is right in here. I should have some black powder floating around. Look at that. Or a smokeless powder, I should say. It's filling up again, right? Yeah. That would be awkward. Did you see that maneuver? Just cleared it. And let's go get some computer. Can't slide jump in here. You get so used to moving and grooving that slide jumping, and yeah, when you can't do it, it's a little bit. Oh God, how many did I need? I don't know. I'll grab 100. It feels so much slower, just straight up running. Yeah, that's no faster. Okay, let's see. Can I get that done? Get my expanded pocket dimension. Start a research. And confoin. Look at that. There we go. We got some more going on there. Any other
Pocket
ones?
dimension
No.
inflated by utilizing numinous gel hydrology channeled through an etheric spigot. Some used to say this as impossible, but the meaning of that word has long since been removed from my dictionary.
Yeah, do I really? Can you not just stay there? Can you? Thank you. Again, don't stay there. Anything over here that I care about? No, I'm not really worried about the geothermal, but I could do it if I wanted to. Alien technology, we're still just working our way through here. I do not have 13 Mercer-spheres, so we won't be doing any of those. I do have a summer sloop, but do I really? Yeah, I could put one of these up. I'm getting distracted. No, never mind. We'll worry about that later. Hey guys, speaking of distractions, let's go check in with the boys. Hey buddy. Hi Bob. Got some cable for me. Lovely. How you doing there, Steve? Got some stator. Awesome. And they cannot climb ladders. I can. All right. So yeah, the pen seems to be working for the boys nicely now. Let's grab a bunch of concrete. I mean, some of it will upload it by now, but going to be utilizing a bunch. So we'll just dip over back to... Yeah, no, never mind, never mind. What I was going to say is I could just, you know, move the entrance there, but you know what? That is a project for another time. Just keep moving. Get some buildings in. I really gotta stop doing that. I am so sorry. I really have to stop doing that. I am such a dipwit sometimes. Yeah, that is the curse of ADHD. Turning things on and forgetting to... Yeah, missed... Wasn't that exciting just looking at the planning screen? I gotta find a better way of setting this up. Like, that's just become way too... It happens way too often is what it is. Just not good. Not good. Alright, let's just get over top of here. Let's clear out... Ow! Clear out some trees. That was different. Some of the destructiveness is a little bit different here now. How about if I throw some of you guys down here? And we'll toss another one over there. We'll toss another one over there. Huh. Yeah, it's a slightly different flavor. Yeah, the cleariness definitely changed. Improved? I don't know. You know, that's a judgment call, but it is definitely changed. Mr. Slug there is also one of the things that they updated is making the slugs a little easier to spot. And let's get this filled in here. Grab a sample and drop one of you in. There we go. Nope, come on. You know what? Why am I fussing with it? I can nudge it. Do I want the stairs there? Yeah. Okay. All right, so this will be whatever. This will be whatever. We'll put our new 2 guys in here. So we're going to do the modular engines in here, which is 2 manufacturers. One of them going to have to be overclocked, so we'll grab some production here. Grab some manufacturers. I don't have a manufacturer blueprint or anything going, do I, with a setup? Construction lines, 10 modular frames, nope, 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 and nope. Nope, 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 and nope. Okay, so, yep, we're going to have to still manually put in our manufacturers so we can get, let's say, 1 right about there. Let's find the center line to the room. So we got 1, 2, 3. This is the center line right here. So we'll move this guy over. See what kind of clearance I have in the back here. Let's move you forward a little bit. And yes, I can still squeeze past there. Not so much here. Maybe 1 little nudge that way. Can I still get through here? Yes, I can still get through there. Okay. In you go. What is making that noise? We can drop 1 in there. We can run through here. And I'm out of modular frames. Okay, I think I should hide. I'm wondering if I should... What I'm thinking is, should I, you know, add a dimensional depot to my modular frames? But am I really going to use that many? I don't know. I don't have a lot of Mercer spheres left. I mean, I'd have to, they're all over the place still. I'd have to go find some, but I don't know if I, you know what? There's a lot of kind of cleaning up stuff I could do here. Yeah, so you've only got 2 Mercer spheres left. No, I don't think I'm gonna set them up with Dimensional Depot just yet. I'm gonna have to go grab some more Mercer spheres and whatnots, because I do want to upgrade and update, because I am gonna need more uploads and faster uploads, but not right now. Okay, let's get the door here. And right back into it. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should double check what I need. Make sure I got... Yeah, see, there you go. I'm about to run out of motors. Let's go grab some motors while we're at it. Which would be right here. Grab 50 motors. How many motors did you need? 10, so that's 5. Yeah, I'm only... Yeah, that should be enough. Oh, you know what I need to do, or should do, or might want to do, is replace one of those little staircase things with an elevator. And we shall do that. Oh, wrong direction. Wasn't paying attention. Let's go disobey. Go database. See, there you go. So you can see using the same kind of graphic or indicator that they use for the head lift on the pipes. You get that kind of moving, dancing circle. Yeah, hypertubes have actually become useful, oddly enough. That should actually be the place to put an elevator right there. Except some idiot is gonna put a light pole right in the way. Can I find a different location? How big are the elevators again? Transportation. How big are the elevators? It is only a 4. Oh no, you know what? I could easily It's only two. No, you know what? Don't put it in just for the sake of putting it in. Just go back. All right. Oh yeah. There was also something new here in the gates. That yes, roll up gates. So they also finally gave us a proper gate. So if I grab this gate here, I can grab a roll-up gate, which means I'm going to have to update my blueprint. And I nudgy, nudgy, nudgy. How far back do I nudgy, nudgy? Right there. We, oh my god, they're huge. Holy cow! They're gigantic. I might dare say, train-sized. Holy smaholies. Well, okay, maybe I won't be doing that. Yeah, no, wow, holy crap. These are bigger than I thought. Much bigger. So we won't be doing that. Let's get back in our organization and find our... Where the hell are my they're on the walls. Yeah, maybe we'll just leave the automated gate in here for now. And make sure you line up with that wall.
You could be doing useful things.
Excuse me? What do you think? God, wow, lady. Rude much? Alright, 2 more manufacturers need to come in. What do you mean I can be doing something useful? Like, what do you think I'm doing here? Holy... I'd like to lodge a formal complaint, please. Ada's being mean. And totally passive-aggressive. There we go. That lined up? How's that lining up? Does that look fine? Back a little bit here. Does that leave me enough room back here? Not really. Okay, we'll send it like that. Okay, let's actually test this. So this will be adaptive control units. So now, theoretically, if I go and middle click, grab a sample, snap you lined up, and then I'll just nudge you over by the, oops, nudge you over by a couple, and swap you into place. Look at that, adaptive control units. Nice. Very, very nice. Alright, you need to be modular engine, and you need to be running at 150%. There you go. You don't. You just need to be, not that. You just need to be that. Okay, so that's got those in place. Now we just need to start feeding them. Okay, so looking at the plan, which one do I want to focus on? Which one is this? This is the adaptive control unit. So I'm just going to focus on the adaptive control units. So first thing I need to do is I need to get the Caterium computer, which is a single manufacturer, which will be receiving rubber, quick wire, and circuit boards. Maybe I should actually... Okay, I'm just sorry. I'm going to focus only on the adaptive units, so I'm going to zero out my modular engines. I'm going to run the risk, just so you again can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to zero out the modular engines for now, just so I can focus in on the adaptive control units. So I want to be a little bit smart here. What can I fit into single rooms? So I'm going to be bringing up steel ingots. So I can actually put, yeah, using one of these buildings here. I do also have smaller buildings. Oh no, that's a complete line. So I had, what I was looking at my silicon computers. Was I looking at my silicon computers? Why do I want to bring silica down? Do I want to bring quartz down? I don't really want to bring quartz down. Do I have to use quartz? Let me change my recipe here. From silica computers. Oh, wait. I am bringing quartz in. No, I have to. So regardless, I'm going to have to bring it over. All right. I'm going to just have a quick think. In other words, I'm just going to have to run to the washroom here. And I'll be right back, and we'll figure what we're going to do when we get back. And we're back. All right, so yeah, uses automated wiring, which is 4 assemblers. What an odd sound. Well, I've got the heavy frame building. Maybe we'll just start with that. And we'll start back here. So we'll grab one of these, hold it into place, do some nudgy nudgies. There we go. And looking in the old blueprints here, construction lines, heavy modular frames. Now I need of the heavy modular frames. Of the heavy modular frames, how many do I need? And where are they going? Heavy modular frames are part of the adaptive, so we grab heavy modular frames. How many is that factory making? Heavy modular frames gives me 2.812. I don't need that many. I need 2. So that's fine. You are a 5x5 building. Where's your front? You're coming out that way. That look like a front to me. Yeah, that... Oh, yeah, there we go. That looks like a gate. And it is indeed the front, so we can put that there. Okay, so that's my heavy modular frames. And that should be a complete factory. So yeah, that's my heavy modular frames, 2.813 per minute. Can we... Hey, always take a minute to catch up, don't they? All right, so that's a heavy modular frames, which will be feeding into there somewhere. That's really close. Where am I facing? I'm completely disoriented. No, that's not where I wanted to put you, come to think of it. You do not go there. Go away. I want you over here somewhere. I want you in the back. Let's see if I can't hit the wall here. There we... No! No, I did hit it. Okay, let's grab... let's grab the street. Again, nudgy, nudgy, nudgy. We'll grab the service floor. Pop you into place. Nudgy, 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 nudgy. There we go. Let's grab another one of these. Get you to snap into place. I love using blueprints, especially when you're doing things like this. There we go. Now we can go grab our heavy modular frame. And we'll drop you right there, like so. Okay. The modular frames just need the iron and the steel to be inputted, so that'll reduce a bunch of stuff, which is cool, cool, cool. And it's going to give me 10. So let me update my inputs on the other screen. I don't dare go to the other screen. You know what? I'm going to dare, just so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go and add modular frames. Like so. And yes, I am inputting 10. So what does that do? So modular frames, there we go. So I still need to set up for the automated wiring, which is wire, cable, copper, ingot. I've got, ooh, that's going to maybe be a double stack. Do I have any copper wire? No. What I have is copper smelter. That's 240 ingots. Oh, just enough. 239.99 copper ingots to make the 16 wire constructors. Yeah. Do I have a constructor, just a straight constructor? No, I do not. I should make one of those. But I'll use an empty building for now. And then, yeah, okay, so I do one of these will be enough to supply the wire there. I will need a second one. Yeah, so I'm going to have to bring raw quartz. There's just no getting around it. I've got the Caterium computer. Is that what I'm working on? Do I want the Caterium or do I want the silicon computer? Because if I have to bring quartz anyway, so again, just have a quick boo here. So I'm having to bring raw quartz over regardless. So if I go back to my recipe here and I change it back to the silicon, I have silicon computers, I'm pretty sure. Was there even such a thing as a silicon computer? What was I thinking? No, anyway, okay. We'll just leave it as that. Yeah. Okay, so let's just work this line here. Okay, so the modular frame factory. So again, I'm just looking in my planner here. So the modular frame Needs 30 and steel. Do I have the steel? I should probably make sure I have steel. So that actually, I'm going to leave that alone for now. Instead, yeah, so again, I'm back to the freaking quartz. The quartz is just, it's so little. It really is annoying that they moved the quartz from there. They easily could have kept one, and I really think they should have kept at least one. Because now, I have to bring quartz back down to here. Which means dropping it into a train station, and it seems silly for an entire train station just for a little bit of quartz. I could run a road, but that seems like a really long way to go, especially the fact that then I have to feed it fuel. How many platforms do I have here? I have 3 platforms? 1, 2, 3. I did kind of plan for it here in my shipping and receiving. That's the whole point why it's shipping and receiving. So we could start getting quartz coming down here by replacing you with a freight platform. Like that. And that's going to receive the quartz. So you're going to be an unload. Let's grab a choo-choo. Grab choo-choo. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm leaving platforms, individual platforms for the control units, and oh man, I may have to expand this at some point in time, but that's not really that big of a deal because I can send trains off in that direction as well. You know what? Let's just run with it for now. Let's drive this guy back home. That is really badly balanced. Sorry, just monitoring the old audio on the other side here. And yeah, my microphone just wants to come in really quiet for some reason. Whereas the game audio is just bloody loud. So hopefully that fixes that up. Okay, I'm going to see if I can't do something about this microphone. Device properties. Crank up the volume. Volume. Okay, that sounds a little bit better. For some odd reason, it was down really, really low. So hopefully that fixes it. Just have to wait for the stream lag to catch up with me. Volume. Okay, that sounds a little bit better. For some odd reason, it was down really, really low. So hopefully that fixes it. Just have to wait
for the stream lag to catch up with me.
All right, I think that should help. Okay. Yeah, I'm now blocking traffic here, so I do need to get my train stations in.
All right, I think that should help.
So we're gonna need some platforming.
Yeah, I'm now blocking traffic here, so I do need to get my train stations in.
Let's get these guys going here.
So we're gonna need some platforming.
Yep, and you can hear my echo now. So let's turn the mute off. There we go. Yeah, sound seems to be my biggest nemesis with doing these YouTube-y videos. Just always fighting to get sound working right. Okay, that's got that. Let's get some platformies. Or trainee stations here, so we'll grab a train station. I'd like to stand up there now, please. Thank you. How much space have I got between these guys? I got basically one foundation, right? Yes, it is basically one foundation. So, we are missing a wire for the one foundation. Sorry. Give me a minute. I am going to have to do something about the tracks there. And we'll just take the back door. Into the side door here. Wire, wire, wire. There we go. We'll grab... Sure, why not? 2 rolls. Can I make it through? Yeah, you can now. Sort of. It's a bit of a weird collision box there, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's get this up here. Again, we can get that train station in. And get you lined up with our infinite nudge. So move you to there, and you can go... You can go... Luke, you must go to the Dagobah system. There we go. Put you there. So this is going to be incoming stuff, as well as the outgoing quartz. So we're going to need a Going to need a freight platform, so we're going to need one for that. One for that. Now I do realize I'm, again, not really making a lot of control units. I could put them all into a single. But I'm kind of thinking about the future a little bit here. And I really don't like mixing and matching multiple items into a single freight car, just because you're kind of inviting trouble if one backs up. I mean, yes, it really shouldn't be that hard to separate them and get them to go their own way. Let me just get rid of this tree over here. Bye, Mr. Tree. Hello. Hi. What you doing down here? Better run. Jeez, he actually did get close. Whew. Playing chicken with the pork. Okay, let's fix some tracks up here. Which means I'm going to need to remove and clean and get rid of you, because you need to just make a sharp corner here. So we'll come through here. We'll line you up to there, and we can just FIP you over to here. So that'll return you to there. Like so. I don't think I gave myself enough for a corner here, though, did I? No, I don't think I did. At all. You need to turn differently. You need to turn from further back. Like back here somewhere. So if I run you to here, that means you want to join right there. So I just have to bring this back a little bit. Now you're going to be too close to do anything, so I'm going to also have to clean you out. Pull you out of there. Grab the track. Drop you all the way down to there. Now, once again, where did I want you to go? I want you to be right there. So we'll grab a signally. That'll be a pass signal because it's changing direction. Go to the other side, please. Okay, why are you not going to the other side? Come on. No, no, no. Build mode right side. Build mode left side. Oh, that's right. That is... What direction are you looking? Why are you looking in that direction? Weird. Yeah, they changed up the how you can actually place signals on the inside of your track now as well. I suppose now I just have to figure out how the hell I'm supposed to get them to turn around. But anyway, we'll just kind of do it this way for now. There we go. So you guys match up there. Now we can grab a pathy signal. Again, we'll go path signal. Path signal. Gonna need a block signal. Right there. Gonna need a block signal. I've got one right there. No errors in the system. There is one error in the system here because I need another block signal there. That should clean that one up. Yes, that one's an error because it doesn't continue through. Yes, I know you guys won't need to get your job done. Let me get this out of the way here. So we're going to do a right turn and then followed by another right turn. Followed by another right turn. These guys are already moving. And then we can just pull into the station. And drive right off the edge. Oh no! I drove off the edge. And that's why we... Hello? How do you re-rail then? Come on, can you let me re-rail you? Thank you. That's why we have the blocks. Okay, so this one's easy here. All I need to do is just drag you over to there. And put in a block signal. Somewhere along there. So we'll grab block signal. Where do I want you? I don't know. Let's go up high. Look at that. I copied the color. We'll go up high. And I think I'll put the block signal. I mean, I actually could just put it right there. Money has got to go. Come on, guys, figure it out. Money has got to go. There we go. And off the boys go. Excellent. All right. Okay, so that's got the train coming down to here. What are we going to call this? We're going to call this Home SE Receiving and Shipping. Yeah, okay, that should do. All right, so that means I need to bring raw quartz over to the back cart, just again to make sure I'm getting everything in the right direction. We need to set you to unload, and we need to set you to unload. Now, quartz is coming up right here. Now, oh, that's right. The priority merger is just a merger. It's not a priority splitter. All right, how do I want to run you over? I think I'll just come right through here by dropping some foundations. Like right off this line here. What's going to clear? I'm going to have to get rid of some foliage. So I could pop it right through here. Yeah. I'll have to move the staircase over. No, I guess I don't think I will have to. Okay, so let's grab ourselves a splitter. Yeah, so it's a priority merger, which priority merger just means that you can pick which line gets the highest priority. So if I only, if I want 3 from that, 2 from that, and only 1 of that, or I can do 3, 3, and 1. I could do 3, 1, 2. So for every 3 that goes through on this line, 1 will go through on this line, and 2 will go through on that line. From what I can gather, I think that's how it's going to work. We'll see how that goes. I'm not a, I do my, again, I play, everyone's got their own way of playing and their own style of playing and stuff. So I'll see what kind of usage I get out of that. It might not be a bad thing to utilize for what I'm doing with the space elevator parts. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right. I might need to increase. What am I using? I'm using Mark IVs down here? Yes. Didn't mean to do that. Let's run down here. Can I pull any more? Now, see, the lines are all pretty... Yeah, I'm kind of maxed out here. That's a Mark II. That means this is a Mark II, and you're maxed out as well. So, yeah, I don't need a lot, but I do need some. Now, keeping in mind, I am making a buttload of circuit boards already. Do I need that many circuit boards? Oh, look at there. There's one. See, this is now that I've taken out, now that they've given us those, and I removed the mod. I actually had to remove the mod because otherwise experimental won't work, because all the mods will be broken for it. But yeah, I'm going to keep coming across little spots like this where I'm going to have to fix them up. So if I go and grab that, can I get you into place? And then we can just replace. Oh, you're not right. You're not in the right place. Let's try that again. Come on, get in there. There we go. So yeah, now it's properly got the hole. Now, I am coming through here, which is a bit high up. Did I just... Get out of here! No, not up there. Dude. Why? 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 With all the things that they fixed, you'd think they could fix these idiots up. Like, are you intentionally... Oh, no, you're not even reacting, which means, are you actually there? Ow. There we go. Like, why do they keep... Stop spawning in my factories, damn it. Really don't want you over here. Okay, I do have to now run a belt. Can I just push through here? Yes, I can. Okay, good. It's a bit lower, which is fine. Because we can lift it up. Like, right about there. Okay, we don't need these guys then here. Where am I going up top? Which is right here. Okay, so we need an input right here. So we'll grab the 4 hole. We'll hit 4 to bring up the old lift. You're going to go in like that. And then we can run all the way back downstairs. Okay, when I say run, drop, all the way back downstairs. See where that came out of the ceiling. Hopefully somewhere not inconvenient. Nope, that is very convenient. You need to bring it up and then throw it back that way. So let's go grab the belt. I don't need a lot. How much raw course do I need? Like 34. Whoops. Try not to smash the microphone with my ham fist here. So I'm going to use a Mark 1 belt to do this. Ooh, look at that lovely curve. I'm still going to use the straight option there. Just like that. And then we'll run this all the way down. Why are you slightly crooked? What is going on here with you? What is going on here? What are you doing? You're gonna make me do this instead? Fine, I do that instead. And again, Mark 1 belt. Let's have you go straight, please. Thank you. And up to there. You are almost at the right height to go through that wall. So if I grab one of you, and again, you just need to be a Mark 1, you're going to want to punch through right at right at the ground floor here. So, wall hole, like that. Belt. I did put you a little far back, but that's fine. Look at that! Into a vanilla wall hole! You know how long I've been waiting for that in vanilla? Hell, I spoke about it at the beginning of the series. And why I when I told you, explained what mod I'm using and why I'm using the one and only mod. Yeah, and it's lovely that the game is requiring less and less mods to kind of get your full enjoyment from it, which is quite nice. Alright, I'm going to come down a little bit here. Because I'm going to go all the way up to there. So that's 1, 2 down. We'll grab, again, our Mark 1 belt, and we can just pop that into there. There. So that it will now start feeding my raw quartz over to the other side. In fact, we can set up the train. And just make sure we have all the rockets. Alright, into the train. Edit timetable. We are going to be putting that and that. I need to put a name on this train, so we'll call this no fancy names. SE Product Hauler. Try to be as descriptive in the names as possible. That's my motto. Alright, turn on self-driving. And are we already grabbing some quartz? Are we grabbing quartz already? Was there anything to grab in the quartz? We'll wait for the cycle to finish. And in fact, there we go. How much quartz did you end up grabbing? 2! Woohoo! Worth it! And off we go. We'll just take a lovely little train ride. Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, it's a quick ride. And we should park up there. Suppose I can get off now. Alright, okay, so I'm now bringing the carts over. Let's get back to focusing on what I was building. So that's the heavy mod... I gotta put signs on these things. So this is going to be the heavy modular frames going into the adaptive control units. Alright. Heavy modular frames needs heavy encased frame. I've already got that. Why am I using that? No, we're not using the encased frame, are we? No, we're just using the heavy modular frame. Is that the right recipe? What are you feeding in there? You're feeding in 8 modular frames. You're only supposed to be making 2, so let's set your output to 2. So yeah, 5.333. I need encased industrial beams. I need steel pipe and I need concrete. So how much concrete am I going to be utilizing? I'm going to change this input here because I want to see the real full numbers. So we're going to go back up into here. We're going to say we're doing actually 0 there. It is going to make my mapping here. So I'm just again looking over here. Which is a bunch of ingots that need to go. The reason I'm doing this is because I just want to see what my total ingot count is, which isn't much. How many computers do I need? I need 4 computers. So in the old computer land, what have I got for recipes here? Let's just make sure I've got the right recipes. Yeah, see, the only real big difference here is it's less rubber and it's using quick wire, which I have lots of quick wire going for me, so All right, let's get a Caterium computer, which is just a itty bitty little building. All right, because it's a single manufacturer, so we'll set that up in the back here. You're missing a wall or a window. Why? Why? Why would you do this to me? Getting you closed off. I think we'll go this direction. Just because the Caterium's over there and the copper's over in that direction as well. I'm going to leave you alone for potentially further bigger level, higher level bits. Actually, you know what? Let's go to blueprint, please. And drop it down. Look at that. Perfect. Put you into place. Grab the street. You should be on not auto-connect blueprint. Thank you. There we go. Let's get the next floor over here. Grab you. No, grab you. And do our nudgy. Yep, you're in the corner. There we go. Okay. And we got some trees in the way, so we'll have to take care of the foliage. Ooh. Something else we could show. Or we can do now. I can clean all this nonsense up. No more having to leave flagpoles lying around or power poles lying around. When you're done with it, you can just get rid of it. You can now clean them out. Ooh. Ooh. There's a supercomputer. Hello, Mr. Supercomputer. Apparently, we'll be building supercomputer now. No tree. Wow, you can actually see the little loggies. Nope. You go bye-bye. Nope, you are a complete miss. There you go. Don't want any of your branches poking up. How about you? You don't need to be there? No, you don't need to be there. You definitely don't need to be there. Neither do you. I still missed at point-blank range. Yeah. That's where the copper is, over that direction, so we might as well do some shootsing and not kill it blowing anything home. Okay. Fine, we'll just do that. Be satisfied with it. Alright, that, and then we gotta grab that and that. Okay, so I'm just thinking, yeah, just not really enough room. Okay, well, let's grab our just regular, our little house. Where's your front window? I don't really have a front door. Let's just say that. And then I could fit... Am I ever going to need more than just the two? What else needs computers? Do modular engines need computers? Again, let me just check the old chart here, because I could just do this. Modular engine. No, so there's smart plating. That's they're going to share their rubber. That just sounds wrong, but yep. And smart plating and motors. What have I got for motor recipes? Anything that makes things a little nicer? No, absolutely nothing. So I am going to have to do some more exploring, grab some more hard drives. Yeah, I guess I just put in the single manufacturer in here. Production, manufacture. And speaking of motors, I am now out of motors. I may have to put in... Oh, I don't want to. I've only got 2 Mercer spheres left. I don't want to have to go running through the jungle again. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll probably just have to do that off camera. And eventually, of course, I'm also going to need to get supports and stuff underneath the platforms. No one likes a floating platform. At least I certainly don't. Let's make sure we take the corner correctly. There we go. And out we come. Now, what was I coming over here for? Motors. I'm really happy I got all the big stuff finally being produced. Because turns out I'm going to need them. Alright, I'm going to dump some of the high value stuff out of my inventory. I'm pretty sure I don't need to be carrying 1 supercomputer around. So let's just do a little bit of sorting here. I'll throw that in there. Keeping that for in case anyone shows up inside the factory. Don't need to carry that. We'll carry those. There's fused modular frames I don't need to be carrying. Cooling systems I don't need to be carrying. While I'm here, I might as well grab some cables so I don't drain or challenge the dimensional depot. So really not making a lot of cable, it looks like, or at least just kind of keeping up. How are we doing on cable? Yeah, why is the cable not loading up into? It's gotta be. I'm gonna have a quick boo underneath here. I just want to see, make sure my cable is in fact replenishing. Cable. Where would cable? Where are you, cable? Copper is over in that direction. So copper over here. Somewhere. Like over in here? Is this where my copper production is? Yes, copper sheet. Copper wire. Copper sheet. Cable is full. Cable is full. Why is my cable full? Why are you moving so very slowly? Which way are you going? Why do you look like you're going up? Is that just an optical delusion? Okay, there's the cable there. Let's not leave an OSHA violation. Cable go down here. Cable go down here. And then it runs off into something useful. However, where does my cable go back into inventory? When do you merge into the inventory? When does that happen? I don't know. Why? Where? Where, man? Okay, so you go through there. You go into there. Are you supposed... Oh, yeah, okay, so there you are. Found you! Okay, so it is loading in, just loading in really, really slowly for some reason. So it goes down to here. Gets picked up into this line. There's a goes a cable. Which then turns the direction going into that way. And then eventually, hopefully, it does work its way down. Okay, well, it just seems to be working. No, I cannot get out and out that way. I have to go... Oh, you know what I can use? I can use the elevator. Let's just bring you back down. In we go. And we'll go to the main floor. Yay! Let's just run into everything. So it takes us 3 times as long to get anywhere, even though I'm using my fast jetpack. Oh, make sure I steer. I missed the turn! Back you go. Back. Steer! Thank you. Alright. How are things going? Alright, we're back. With our quartz, we've got our cable. Now we can put in the manufacture. Please, yes. For the computers. Yes. There we go. Alright. Well, you're just going to be the one in here. It's not like I got enough room to fit 2 of you. And honestly, if I ever get to the point where I do have to put another one in here, it is nothing to pull the whole damn building down and put 2 in. So we're just going to have the 1 in here for now. There we go. So you're going to be Caterium Computa. So we're going to need to grab some quick wire, which is conveniently placed next door. So the quick wire, where does the quick wire end up? Where do you go? Cotton-eyed Joe. So you're going there. Then you go up. And up. And then you come out through a hole there. Okay. So you're coming out right there. Cool. So that means I can drop you down somewhere around here. And if we come over here, we put you there. And yeah, I might as well just use Mark IVs. So you're going to go through there. You're going to come out of the wall. Oop. Connect. Why won't you connect? Please. Please connect. Why don't you... What is going on here? No, I don't want you to connect up there. What is going on here with you? Are you... No, you do no. All right, you know what? Fine. Put the wall back in. You know what? Screw all this. Why am I coming up? Can I just redirect the whole damn thing back down? Instead of coming up. Yeah, instead of going up, let's just take this whole kit and caboodle out of here. And really, I can take it out of here. Get rid of you. Yeah, this will be much nicer, much neater, much cleaner. And we're going that way. Okay, yeah, so there goes my quick wire, and you can hear everyone just kind of fired up briefly. That's because I added some line feed. Okay, so we can come back down here now. And we just need one of you. Try that again. One of you coming out there. One of you coming out there. Grab our Marquee 4. Will you reach? Of course you won't reach. Why would you reach? I want you nice and straight, so we're going to come out to there, and then we can bip you into place over there. Release the quick wire. Okay, so that's got the quick wire going in. Now I need a circuit board factory, which is going to be... Where do I want to put my circuit board factory? How many circuit boards am I actually going to need? That's the other question. So, quick consultation. And again, I'm just working on the adaptive control unit. So, circuit boards. How many circuit boards? I mean, I could just look in the factory. No, I need to see what's going into my circuit boards. Copper sheet and silica. And is that the only... Is that all the copper I'm going to need? Copper ore, copper ore. Not quite. Yeah, because I need to send a bunch of wire up for stators. What recipes have I got for stators? Stator. Ooh, I can use the quick wire stator. Think that might be a better alternative. Okay, so I'm going to update my recipe over here. So again, we're going to go over to here. Sorry guys, if I screwed up again. We are going to use the quick wire stator because a lot easier to use the quick wire. Like, really, I'm not really using that much quick wire yet. So that brings my copper ore down to much more manageable. So again, now if I look at my copper ore factory or smelting, how much was that? So I need 314. That's making 240. So we'll have to stack a couple. Because automated wiring needs cable. Automated wiring. Have I got any alternatives for that? No. Okay. What about cable? What kind of alternatives do I have for cable? Could literally make quick wire cable. It's less. I am bringing rubber over. Screw it. We'll just stick with the... Yeah, but that's a lot. That is a lot. That's 6.6 machines. So I could reduce this down to 2. What does insulated cable do to change my numbers? Insulated cable. There you are. How does that jimmy things? Oh, it's getting messy. Yeah, so that reduces my cable a lot. Like a lot. What does that do to my copper input? It reduces it by not much. Yeah, why are you... Why? Okay, it's doing weird shit. All right, no, I'm going to leave the insulated cable out. We're going to use just regular cables, so let's just remove that. Forget about the modular engines again for a moment. And just focus in on my Caterium computers. All right, so Next thing I need to bring in is rubber. So that means I'm going to need to set up the rubber train. I'm going to do the circuit boards last, it looks like. Alright, so steel ingots, outgoing products, rubber. The rubber train go here. I don't know what platform it is, so I'm going to have to take a quick trip over to the rubber side, just so I can make sure which station is feeding the rubber. And off we go. Oh, pretty northern light, or eastern lights. Alright, Aura Borealda. Turn, 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 turn. Make sure you turn. Damn it, I missed the turn. Come on, turn. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to have to get used to those new junctions. That is definite. Ooh, I can... Yeah, you can feel it. The load times are getting a little bit nasty. Alright. Mr. Train, where are you? There you are. Alright, which one of you's got some rubber in it? Ow. Okay, you're plastic. You're rubber. And you're the purple goo. There's a limestone over here. Okay, so that'd be the second engine, which is unfortunate. Means I got a blank car. Can I actually just add... Yeah, you're pretty much staying full, aren't you? Let's just add something to your route. Yeah, how full is your car? Let's see if we can intercept it. Yeah, so you've got lots of rubber. So instead of building a whole new train, what we're going to do is we're going to modify your timetable. So from here, we're going to go to here. Then we'll go to there. And yeah. Okay. So let's see where we go. Actually, we're going to have to race it because I'm going to need to get the station in first. So let's just get into there. Hopefully we can make the turn properly at the junction. And, yeah, quickly get our station in. Go! Boost! 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 And I'm starting to tap Q to hopefully make that left turn. There we go. Made the left turn. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I am breaking reality. Yep. That was quick. All right. Let's lose that. We'll just sample that. And snap you into place like so. So that it can actually get its thing, and we're going to unload you. Alright, Mr. Train, are you going to come? I just want to make sure the train gets here. Go into photo mode. Yeah. Show settings. How do I turn? I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. Zoom. Image processing. I'll just reset. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how any of this works, man. All I want to do is see where my train is. Okay, let's come out of photo mode. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it has a weird stall. You should have been here by now. I don't know where he went. Where did he go? Where did he go, Cotton Eye Joe? Are you stuck? You should have a clean path. I mean, the quartz line is making it. Why aren't you, buddy? Let's check the home station first. Well, off goes somebody. Where the hell are you? Did the autopilot get turned on when I jumped into the cab? Where did my train go? Where are you? Mr. Train. Come here, Mr. Train. Yeah, why are you stuck? No, you're not stuck. I think we're gonna have to do a ride along here, folks. Let's see if I can't land it. Ah! Sons of bitches. Mother pucket. He got away from me. I can't believe he got away from me. No, you don't. We go fast. We go very, very fast. Let's see if I can figure out where he went. There he is. I forgot to make the corner. Okay, nope. Okay, good. You're heading back down. Let's just follow him. Make sure I got the station in the right place. Quartz is still emptying. I know they seem like wasteful trains right now, especially that one that just went past us. The fact that it's, you know, literally just hauling a little bit of quartz. But hopefully, you know, they will get more demand out of them. Okay, so you should then come down here to unload. There you are. You stand on the platform here. You pull in. You stop. And you unload. And I should get a nice train load of Zaraba. I don't know if there's some way I can balance it out. Because I'm getting all of the rubber at the moment, but overflow should take care of most of that. Okay, let's see. So that did empty that cart. Lots of rubber in there. But we should be okay. Okay. So, we got to move the rubber from there to over here. Not really a kind of an easy join. I'm just going to hold that. Without interfering with the track or anything else, I think I can just cross right through here. Zoop this baby. Like that. And we'll just cut across like that. See if we can't... I have not put a floor hole in there to indicate where I am dropping the stuff down. I probably should do that. So let's pop over to the side here. Hello, Mr. Quartz. How are you doing? Can we have a look before you... Yeah, okay, so you're filling. Very slowly, but that's what I expected. Alright, So rubber come out there. And go down there. We make hole in floor here. Nope, we can't see jack squat. So we run all the way back. We'll slip underneath. There it is. Okay, what can I do here? Image, exposure, filter effects. Ooh. Ooh. Ugh. Eh. Huh. Maybe a little bit more contrast. Give it a little bit of red tint. Sepia filter, vibrant, sunset, lonely. Negative. Okay, cool. Good old days, 2007. Oh, is this like, huh. Yeah, as you can see, they completely and utterly updated the photo mode. Like, big time. Ooh. Oh, this is interesting. Fresnel VHS. Oh, that's kind of cool. Look at that. It even gives you like the little CRT screen. Oi, ay, ay. Okay, just to reset this. Yeah, wow. Cool. Alright, no more photo mode. No more build mode. Let's just focus on this. Okay, gotta get the rubber. Let's move the rubber. We got work to do. Let's get the belt going. To there. Yeah, we're just going to run down this line here. We'll expand as we kind of need to. I just really do prefer my belts running down the center lines as much as possible. So we'll snap you to there. And come underneath. And you're too long now. Oh, what the hell? Why? Why? You look straight. Why are you not straight? Being a little bitch here, buddy. Stop being a little bitch. You know what? Fine. We'll switch you to curve, then we'll switch you back to straight and see how you like that, huh? Huh? How you liking them apples? Them crab apples. Because you're making me crabby. Alright. There. Where am I going to? Probably should figure that out. That's going to be just over in the corner. Words hard. Need to get power down here. So we'll grab Sampley for you. You're doing a weird floaty thing, but that's fine. I'm just going to grab the 4-way. Where is the 4? I need to do some better organization. There you are. Okay, so you're floating in the air for some reason, but... Oh! Look at that! We can nudge you down! And then we can go grab a power line, and we'll string you over to here, and plug you in. And then we can... Yep, that's what we're doing. Where's the power connection? It is right there. Is that my only one? It looks that way, so what I'm going to do here is just run you through the inside. Like that. Then I can grab you to here. Like that. So that means you are, in fact, not powered on because I haven't connected you yet. There we go. So you have now power, and you are loading your quick wire. Excellent. Okay. Everything just, yeah, it takes so much longer to get anything done now. Even with blueprints and zoops and all the fun stuff. Okay, so the rubber is going to go from here to there, and then you're eventually going to turn the corner to there. Are we doing any weird things this time? No, thank you. We're going to come all the way down from there. Too far, but we can go to there, and then we can connect to there. And that is now the rubber feeding in. Yes, rubber feeding in. Let's wait for it. There it is. Okay, so we got the rubber. So now the next thing we need to do is set up the circuit board factory, which will go, I guess, right there. All right, so blueprints. Silica circuit board. Who goes where? You know, now that I got the 5x5. I'm confused, and I'm the one who built it. Let's just put that there for now and figure out where the hell everything is. I may have to do some rotating and whatnot, but that is fine. Oh, need a wall hole there. Okay, there we go. So inputs, outputs, it's all right down here. Okay. Let's get rid of you temporarily, because I'm going to make a permanent fix to my silicone factory. Yeah, uneven my ass. I'll uneven you. Nice thing about using the hold and nudge, you can get past that. Alright, let's get a blueprint for that silica factory. Again, don't care where it's going because we have infinite nudge. So we're going to come back here. We're going to go to here. I do want it centered. Let's make sure you're on the center line. 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 I don't care what your orientation is at the moment. No judgment zone here. It's going to live its own best life. What I just want to figure out is where and what input and what is output and all of that fun stuff now. Stairs upward. Where, if I was stairs going upward, where would I be? I would not be down in this cramped little corner. Help. Okay, there we go. Are there stairs going... Are there any stairs going upward, or do I not have room for that? Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, what are you? What are you getting hooked up from? I don't know what you're supposed to be. You're an input of some kind. These are the actual circuit boards. So the circuit boards are coming out that side. Yes. Okay, so let's grab a sign. Let's grab a smaller sign. Oh, yeah, look at that. And we now know what up and down is. They finally listened. Well, no, I won't say they finally listened, but they responded. They gave us what we wanted. Good old Coffee Stain. Gotta love those guys. As I distract myself one more time. All right, we're gonna put that there. Put that there. And we're gonna put that there. I'm gonna find something to stand on. Like maybe that. Let's see how good I can. Let's try to land it. Land it. Land it. Hey, landed it. Okay. So you, what are you? How many of you? You were 37.5. And you know what? Let's find the snipping tool here. Good old Windows snipping tool. No, no. Stop that. Hover that there. Grab the snipping tool. There we go. What I'm going to do here is grab new. Because I want to get a snip. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing on this side here. But I just grabbed myself a nice little... just a quick snapshot of the inputs and outputs and stuff like that. Now I've lost all my various pages. There we go. So I can see what I'm doing. All right. So now I know what I'm going to need here. And there. Okay. Back to the sound. Okay. So that means you are going to be depositing out from here. 37.5 silica socket boards. Let's make you look a little nicer. Yeah, maybe that. Go back to my element settings. We're going to use the down arrow. So we'll use... yeah, I guess I'll use that one. We're going to change up our colors. I do really kind of prefer the clean. Where is that orange? Dark letter? There's no font size. Maybe we'll try a different layout here. Like, yeah, so that's just too crowded. Why don't I just go with this one here? Go back to my colors. This should be the background then. And this should be the lettering. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and now we need circuit boards. Woo. There, kid. We'll use that. There we go. Lovely. Okay, and then I'm going to get rid of you. I'm going to get rid of you. Because I'm going to do this. And snappy. Snappy, because you're kind of already in most of the formatting. I just have to change some of the values. All right. What are you other two supposed to be? Okay, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be my copper sheet. And you go upstairs, so let's just double check that. Yeah, I got a door right there. That's a good place to put an elevator, to be honest. So you should all be going into silica, right? Nope, you're the copper sheet. You guys are all copper sheet up here? Copper sheet. Copper sheet. Copper sheet. Okay. Down, which is over here. Yeah, that's actually a good place to put the put an elevator in. I'm thinking. Oh, the colors are awful. All right, let's save this. Sir, learn to spell. Circuit board. Select icon. Oh, problem is, I really should. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's so very awkward. Yeah, because I'm gonna have to rewrite everything. Okay, so let's just do it. Silica. Circuit board. Let's go 5 by... No, it doesn't matter. We'll just override it. All right, so this is input. It's going to be 49.5 raw quartz. Raw quartz. And 165 copper ingot. And output is 37.5 silica circuit boards. All right. And we'll let's make you green. Kind of a more dullish green. Fine. Maybe, whoops, take some of the saturation out. Something like that. That looks a little bit more circuit boardy. Okay. And save. Big problem is that, yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. It's in the system now. Now I'm going to change the freaking colors here. So first thing we're going to do is grab our customizer, lose this purple. What was I thinking? Purple. Ugh. In fact, you know what? No, we're going to use green. Yeah, we'll use green. We'll have white trim. You know, concrete walls. Grab that. Fix that. Distracted. Because this purple is terrible. What was I thinking? Okay. Is that the only green I have? What about this? What if I go that? No, let's Is there a lighter green? Maybe I'll just edit that green. Yeah, we'll just edit the green. Oops. Didn't mean to paint you. Sorry. Meant to paint you. I'll repaint the beams momentarily. I just want to get rid of all of this ugly ass purple. That needs to be white. Alright, here we go. Get rid of this stuff. Like so. Let's grab this and we'll do... what color? Oops. Do it now, and that way I don't ever have to worry about it again. Like that. I mean, this is honestly something I meant to do for a long time. So just finally getting around to doing it. Because, I don't know, just trying to put some sort of color into things and it just did not work. But I think this works much better. I'll fix all the beams up right after I get the last of this stuff painted. Which is right about now. So now we can go back to our white and paint up our trim. Which is all there. That's already painted. We got some beamage here. Like that. And I think that will do. Okay. Let's get back to our signage. Okay, so this is going up to the copper. So that's the copper ingot. I missed. Let's land it. There we go. Alright, so your copper ingot now. Copper. Select you, and how much copper ingot do I need? I need 165 copper ingots. Oh, let's capitalize that. Ingots. And then we can close you, and then you are raw quartz. And you require 49.5 raw quartz. All right. That means I need to go inside. In here. And reprogram all these grotesque purple machines into silica. So your silica... and your silica. I think it's just the two of you, isn't it? Yeah, you go up there. Good thing I don't really ever come in here. You go there. I should probably paint you guys while I'm in here. Is there another beam? Nope. What about over here? Yes, there are beams here. We get you painted and you painted. Okay, so that should be good for that. So now I can save this blueprint. Make sure I set the directory. It's just, yeah, it's a yeah, see, it all just freaking dumps it into Why do you just dump you into the undefined? If never mind. The game is wonderful. Everything is perfect, except for the things that aren't. Complete lines. Get over there. You belong there. Apply my changes. Okay. Now we can get rid of all of this. So we'll clear the blueprint designer. And then we'll eat the blueprint designer. Then we'll put the silicon, the actual circuit board factory, into production area. Now, where's my signage? So those are the inputs and the output. Where are you going? You're going into... This is not your building. That is your building. So we'll put you there. I'm going to move you back right to the edge. Make sure you're centered there. Let's come forward one, like that. Yeah, you're good right there. Because I'm going to get rid of you. And then I'm going to go into transport. I'm going to grab an elevator. I'm going to have the door sticking out there. We are going to put you... Actually, right there. I'm going to stretch you up. Oh, apparently I have to get rid of the beam. Bye, Mr. Beam. I'll fix you momentarily. Okay, grab the elevator up against the building. Yep, I can rotate you. We're going to lift you up to there. And we're going to put your door right there. Can these stack, I wonder? Huh. I wonder, can you add to the top? Oh, look at that. You can. You can absolutely add to the top. Yeez. Alright, let's grab the 4x4 here. And we'll lower you down. Like so. Grab some power lines. Like that. Where is your power connection? There you are. Where else can I snap you to? Not a lot of places, is there? Just like that. Come to there. Is that power, everybody? Not even close. Are none of you connected to anything? Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna have to fix all of these. Boopily doopily. That's another thing I forgot to fix on the blueprint. Okay, well that's fine. Oh sweet. Okay, there's a definite echo in here. Coming from the, you can tell that you're definitely inside. That's interesting. Okay, so I'll just put you to there. And then I can sneak a wire to there. Yep, that's alright. No power though, huh? Why? You're connected there, because you're not connected here. There you go. How many people does that bring in line? That gets you in line. Probably not you guys. Of course not. Where do I need to bring your power around? Right from there to... Actually, that might be a little cleaner there anyway. Alright, and all the way to the back here. Let's see, you're right, where are you? You're right about there. And there you go. Okay. Now I just have to find the way out. Oh, look, there's a way. Ah! I'm falling. That might be cleaner than this mess here. Yeah, that's all right. Okay. Is there a higher floor? No. Okay, let's do this again. Elevator. Instead of screwing around with it, let's have the elevator door go into there. And you are just going to go to there. And we're going to grab your power connection and we're going to go to there. Alright. Coming up. Why am I doing it this way? Just ride the damn thing up. Because then we go up to here. And we are on this floor. Hey, look at that. You have no power anywhere. Do you have power poles? Yes, you do. So all I have to do is connect you to you. And you all now have power. Yay! Alright, we can go back down. Oh, lovely. Good elevator. Good old elevator. Alright. So copper ingots are going to come from there. Circuit boards are going to come out of there. We can probably just go straight across for the circuit boards. Yep. Which means we're going to have to grab ourselves a wall hole. You lovely, lovely. Where do you actually line up, damn it? Okay, and that means I think you should be right about there. Grab ourselves a, let's use a Mark II belt, and we can just go straight across to there. You are, I think you're doing a drop there. And if I put in the straight, yeah, see, it's dropping down by 1, so I need to move you up by 1. So I go click. There we go. That should be good. And across. Yep, alright, that's fine. And that would be your last input, Mr. machine. Mr. Manufacturer. Of course, there's nothing coming into you yet from this side, but we just need to take care of that. Okay, there you go. Okay, so the computers will now be made. These will not until I get the raw quartz over here, which is way over this way. Oh, look at you waiting like a good patient. Yeah, see again? Yeah, we're full on the rubber now. Yep, trains are doing their thing. This is now full of raw quartz. Or getting there anyway. Now I am only sending 60 over here. So it will take a while, but in the meantime we can bring the raw quartz forward. I might... yeah, they'll figure it out. Ooh, who's over there? Ooh, Mr. Purple. Hey, Mr. Purple. Okay, so let's get some flooring with the ongoing OSHA violations. Our Occupational Safety and Hazard Administration. Mercisphere. Now, just kind of following along here, where do I want the quartz to flow? So the quartz is going to need to come down here somewhere. So, do I put the quartz on the inside? Nah, we'll leave it on the outside here. So what we'll do is we'll use a Mark II again. I'm going to come right to 1, 2 there, so that when I grab my floor hole right there, and then I throw the belt, it should just snap to the belt. I'm going to redo that belt, just because I want to make sure I got a much more solid connection. Like that. Perfect! Okay! So that's going to get some raw quartz more or less moving in this direction. It does need to kind of deal with this, but you know what? What I can do is I'm just going to drop it underneath like that. So we'll just use these. To push it through. Can't really walk underneath, but you know. It is what it is. I can crouch. And that should be able to go to there. Then, if I drop you down just a smidge, like that, grab that old Mark II, and then I can just now follow you along. And every last bit of this is coming through dimensional depots. As you can tell by the purple magenta... Oh, did I miss one? I did indeed. There we go. Are the train? Can you? Yeah, you can actually hear the trains idling now. Which is weird. They're electric. Why would electrics be... never mind. It's cool. That's why. What other reason do you need besides it's cool? Okay, so need a couple of hangers because this needs to go off in a different direction. So we put hanger there, And there. And there. And then we can just figure out where you're going to go, which is right on the edge. Walk you this way. And let's see if I can't. Ooh. Ooh. Can I get away with using a fancy curve? That looks nice. Oh, I like that. It's a little intercepty. If we give it a nice little nudge like that, as compared to the default, which is actually a little cleaner. We'll just use the default here. Okay, and now we can grab a lift like that and into there. Well, maybe a curve will look nicer. What if I come back the other direction with a straight? That's nice. Yeah, we'll use that. There we go. Okay. So that takes care of that. So all of that is going in. All I need now is to start grabbing some copper, which is all in that direction. So we are going to extend you out. Extend you out. Yep, this is what Satisfactory is, folks. It is just lots of this. Building, moving, grooving, and carrying on. All right. And we're going to go all the way that away. So there's the copper node. There's the copper node. Fine. You are not lined up correctly. Oh, I'm so glad we have the delete blueprint mode. Gotta nudge you the other direction. Nudgy that way. Alright. I think I kind of want the copper to move this way. How much copper am I? Yeah, see, I'm going to grab some copper for a bunch of things. And I'm going to need a little bit more than just a single bunch of 8. What are you? You are street. Blueprint. I need to rotate you. I need to reselect you because I switched. There you go. And we can come back a little bit. And we can grab... Oh, I guess all of that is wrong. What is going on here? Ooh. Bad mojo. Let's try this again. There we go. Like that. Yeah. Okay. No, not build mode. Dismantle mode. Blueprint. Because I want to put you here. Yes, okay, good. And then we hit the button once. That gives me my street crossing, which can go there. Now, is there... That's not going to be wide enough, is it? No. So like, do I just go into the wall there? I'm not going to put a building in there. No. What we will do is we'll go like that, go like that. Cap off the end here. We'll put another street end here. We'll select you. Why do you keep switching modes, by the way? I'm going to have the stairs there. Grab the road. Yeah, stop changing modes, damn it. It's a bit irritating. Because then I can put you there. We're going to have to blow up some trees. Oh, shucky darns. Go. Let's get rid of you. And all of you. And I miss you. Oof. It seems very much more destructive. Yeah, see, again, you're just kind of clipping into the wall there, so... I kind of like to get you into... The height's a little bit weird here. Yep. It's right there, and it's right there. I want to keep some of this stuff open for other things. Like the wire. Because where's all my... copper ore going? Yeah, it's going into a big-ass wire factory and a cable factory. Like, 13.3 wire. What have I got for wire recipes? Oh, I could do Caterium wire. Oh, I could do a lot of Caterium wire. I don't have that much Caterium over there. No, we're just going to stick with straight copper. Decisions, decisions, decisions. Which means I need to have room. So I need a copper... Whoops. So wire, cable. I mean, at some point I'll probably want to... No, this is all going to end up being parts of the space elevator. Let's do this. Let's push this over. So that's going to be wire, cable. Oh, probably shouldn't have put that one in first. Okay, so wire, cable. I may have to do another blueprint to get that up and running. Because again, how many wire do I need? 13. Like, it really only can fit... How many can I fit in here? 10 comfortably. Because these are exactly one foundation wide, and then I have to have the walls there. What do I have in my blueprints for constructors? I don't know. I might have something in the history library, so I'll check that out. I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, we're not going to get into getting much of this done. We're kind of hitting the end of the stream here. Kind of like the new sound. You got a whole fancy new sound too. Yeah, I guess I'll grab you while I'm... Oh yeah, look at that. They leave a stain now too. And there. Okay. We'll just flatten all that down. Grab the street with no name. 'Cause the streets have no name. And then you go there. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have some foundations bumping into the hillside here. Aren't I? Yes, I am. Big time. The top floor clears. You know what? That is not too bad. At all. Because again, I'm only bringing one built in. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's get to our blueprints. Get our copper smelter. Missing concrete now. Which is ironic. There's a concrete node right there, and I will be making concrete at some point. But in the meantime, I'm going to have to go back. "13 Mercer-spheres to upgrade speed." Oof. That's a lot of Mercer-spheres. Do I have the Mercer-spheres available? Oh, 100%. They're somewhere all the way around the map. Oops, steer, steer, steer. Make sure you steer. There we go. It means a lot of wandering around. Okay, let's grab a butt ton of concrete here. Load up. Like the good old days, do not need to be carrying iron ingots. Let's give ourselves a sort. What else am I while I'm here? I'm carrying... Don't need to carry that around. Let's throw this stuff into the bio container. Hey boys, how'd you doing over here? How you doing over here, guys? Oh, look at you! What a good boy! Ooh, Post Noblix. Good boys. Who's the good boys? Anyone want a berry? Can I give you guys a berry? You guys care? Not really. Okay, that's fine. It's there if you want it. You're kind of ignoring me. Alrighty. Back we go. Might put that in a slightly better position. Just because it's hard to get through there, but... Probably shouldn't have. Oh, would you turn? Why don't you make the turn? Like, seriously. Like... Oh, Q switches. Oh! Q switches! It's not Q and E, it's just Q. Oh! looks like... Okay. It's a toggle. Left, right, left, right. Okay, good to know, good to know, good to know. Alright, and we're back. I'd at least like to get something of the copper going. And it's going to need to be 2 floors. So we get to play with an elevator. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come in for a landing. We are going to grab the copper smelter blueprint. And we're going to figure out where the ins and outs are. That's the forward. Take a little quick trip around you. There we go. Okay, so there's my ins and outs. So let's rotate you around. Oh, there's the front gate. So in, out, there's the front gate. And I guess we'll just put you there. And then you should just be able to... Ooh, no. I gotta nudge you down, looks like. So we page down to nudge you down. Like that. And that should be nice and stacked. So if I go up here... Go up here, go up here, go up here. I'm now on the 2nd floor. I can go up here. I can go up here. Just like that. Nice. Oh, why did you rotate weird? You rotated weird. Why did you rotate weird? I want the gate at the front. I want you guys both pointing the same way. Even though it allowed me to... Yeah, so that's what's supposed to happen. So then I can come up through here. So that's the stairwell way of going through. I want to put in an elevator, which means I'm going to take all of you bastards out. Yep, okay, we're going to take you guys out, because now at least I know what I'm doing, or what I want, not what I'm doing. I have never know what I'm doing, but I know what I would like. Again, gate to the forward. We're going to shove you into the back corner here. Make sure those walls are lined up like that. Yes, they are. We'll snap you into place. Nope, we're going to take you down again, because why not? We're going to remove the whole damn thing again. We're going to build it one more time. I really like being able to delete an entire blueprint. I'm going to move you just over. I am going to leave that spacing the same there. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. The gate was definitely there. We're going to snap you to the top. And again, we have to nudge you down one. The horizontal nudge. Yes, please. We're going to go to our catwalks. Architectural. Because that is a huge safety violation going on up there. So we're going to put
0
that there.
out of 10.
What? Like, seriously, why are you being such a snarky little bee? Alright, where can I have my elevators come up? Okay. So, do I have a clear corner there? Let's get over here. I want to see... No. So yeah, you will have to be on the outside. That's fine. Chunk, 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 chunk. So we have 1 floor, 2 floor, 3 floor, 4 floor. So elevator. Personal elevator. Oh, man. Okay, well, I'll finish this up. So what, yeah, so I'm going to stack my 2 copper ingots, and we can start feeding them through the wire, the cable, and then off to the circuit boards. A lot of kind of fiddly stuff here. I'm not going to drag you back. I'm going to take that as a sign that I think is going to be the end of today's session. Yeah, I'm going to do some of this stuff off camera here. I'm going to at least get the silicon computers, these going, just to kind of get things cleaned up and get things done because, yeah. You know, it looks like we got a bunch of stuff done, but did we? Did we really? Well, I guess we did. We got those 2 buildings in. We got these buildings in. Now, those aren't really holding anything. They will hold something in the future, but we got these guys in. We've got this being properly hooked up and fed. It's not going anywhere yet, but they're there. We've got our rubber and our raw quartz actually coming down. And the raw quartz was kind of, you know, what do I want to do with the raw quartz? Well, it looks like I knew what I wanted to do with the raw quartz. So there's that. Yeah, and then I'm just going to have to work, clean up some blueprints. I think I might do a few more blueprints, but we'll figure out. I'll show you guys what I did next week. But for today, that is going to be it. Thanks once again for joining. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I know I should probably say this before the 3-hour session, in case you're coming along while I beg for your subscriptions. But you know what? Hey, guys, leave a comment. You know, tell me what you think. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. Let me know what's on your mind. I want to know. I'd like to know. Let's share some thoughts. If you got some ideas, let me know your ideas. If you got some suggestions, let me know your suggestions. But for now, that is it. Thank you once again for joining me, as always. Guys, be safe. Be good. Have a great day. Bye-bye.